Hi guys, Maikeru here. This is my mid-level money making for Ironman accounts. Now that my Ironman is kind of in the mid-levels, I can make another money making guide that's realistic for you guys. Instead of me going in there with 99 magic and loads of awesome gear, I can do it at the level that you guys would be doing it. So then it gives you an accurate amount of GP, XP and stuff like that you would get at that level. Either way, the two methods I'm going to cover are Spiritual Warriors and Gargoyles, which are both great resources, GP and XP. So let's get into this video. Killing the Spiritual Warriors is nice and easy. It's kind of annoying sometimes because you can aggro other monsters in God Wars Dungeon 1 if you're using a lot of AoE spells. I kind of refrain from using any AoEs to be honest, except for occasionally I'll do a Dragon's Breath where nothing is nearby. They're pretty damn easy to kill. They're weak to air spells, so you only have to bring air runes, which is decent. When I was killing them, I just used my typical setup. I only have a couple of things of subjugation, and then I have my greater runic staff, which is the tier 75 staff from runecrafting. So my gear's not that great by any means, but they still die very, very easily because they're super weak to magic. All you gotta do is pick up all of the Addy two-handers and little rune items and alch them. It's really, really awesome when you get a rune halberd drop because that's 75k to alch. I managed to get around 4 or 5 rune halberds in this hour, which really add up to the total GP at the end. Remember to bring an item of Zamorak if you don't have any subjugation items. You can wear something like Zamorak arrows in your arrow slot and that will still make them unaggressive as well. Then you just need one piece and then everything else won't attack you. And also make sure not to attack any of the spiritual mages because they require quite a high slayer level to kill and you probably won't be able to damage them. From this price check you can see I got nearly 1.7 million GP in coin drops. I got some Addy ore, some coal and some myth ore which are helpful for Artisan's Workshop. So it's decent secondary ingredients but not amazing. But the money is really, really nice. I also got a hard clue scroll, a loot path key and a couple of super potions which are still beneficial to pick up here and there. These don't really drop any charms at all. I had one crimson charm the whole time I was doing them and my charming imp is set to pick them up anytime they drop. So for charms these guys don't really give anything, but for GP especially these are really, really good as soon as you get the slayer level for them. If you need some GP for something like construction or summoning, definitely worth doing these. Next up is Gargoyles. You can select on contract with the guy outside to get a contract to kill 200 Gargoyles. I was able to do just over 2.5 contracts in an hour. This equated to over 40,000 additional experience in an hour if I traded it in for experience, or over 150k more GP an hour if I traded it in for GP. So these contracts are super beneficial. They either give you more GP or more XP. Gargoyles are nice and easy to kill as well. They're weak to water spells, which is great. Remember to bring a gem bag because they give a lot of rubies and emeralds. Definitely worth bringing the gem bag for those. They give you a lot of bars and mortmire fungi as well, which is pretty nice. They don't really hit that hard. You don't need much food. I think I banked once in this hour. The bank in Mauritania is super close, so it doesn't really take you long to get back here. The rune drops they provide and the alchs they give are really, really great alongside all of the other extra resources they provide for an Ironman. You can either kill them on this floor or you can go up to the top floor where there's usually less people. So if this is super crowded and you have the agility level for the shortcut to get to the top is always less crowded. But that's it really. It's super simple. There's like 3 gargoyles in this room. I typically tried not to aggro all 3, but aggroing 2 at a time was completely fine. Rather enjoyable actually. Gargoyles had slightly less GP in alchs. It was 5.6 mil nearly, so it was around 100k less than the Spiritual Warriors. Although I did get 26 Addy bars, 368 steel bars and 104 myth bars in this hour. Not to mention I also got 32 mortmire fungi. These additional items are way superior to the Spiritual Warriors additional items. Personally, I like Gargoyles a lot more. Another reason why I like them a lot more is they give you so many charms. Look at all the charms in my inventory compared to that one crimson I got at Spiritual Warriors. Again, I got a hard clue scroll from these as well. I really do enjoy doing hard clue scrolls on my Iron Man, so that's an added bonus. Inside my gem bag as well, I also have 58 emeralds and 32 rubies for the hour. That's quite a lot of uncut gems that can be used later on for invention and things like that, so that's also a really nice benefit. And you've also got to remember you can make this GP an hour go higher than the Spiritual Warriors if you traded in your contracts for GP rather than XP. Ending this video off looking at the XP and GP rates of both monsters. Spiritual Warriors that require 68 Slayer gave 225 magic experience an hour and nearly 1.7 million cash from Alkin. You also got those few extra resources like the Coals and the Addy and the Mythor. Gargoyles on the other hand that require 75 Slayer give 270k magic experience an hour and nearly 1.6 mil cash from Alkin. They also gave tons and tons of extra resources like the bars and the mushrooms. Another thing you got to consider with the Gargoyles, you can push the experience an hour to 310k in an hour by doing the contracts. You can also push the GP over 1.8 mil GP an hour by doing the contracts if you're putting it into GP rather than XP. This means that Gargoyles are pretty much superior in every aspect, so I definitely advise doing Gargoyles over Spiritual Warriors when you get 75 Slayer. If you don't have 75 Slayer, the Spiritual Warriors are still really awesome and a great way of getting GP and a couple of extra resources if you need it for particular skills or items, etc. And that's it for this video. I hope you did enjoy it. Give it a like if you did enjoy, subscribe if you're new for future content all related to RuneScape 3. My Discord link is in the description below and the Twitter link is in the description below. If you fancy checking out either of those, feel free to click them, and until next time, see ya.